Blair Kerkhoff from Kansas City Star, KansasCity.com. This is Rustin Dodd. We just watched Kansas defeat Oklahoma State 77-70 in overtime in a Big 12 tournament quarterfinal game. Jayhawks move on to play Iowa State in Friday's first semifinal. Rustin, I thought Andrew Wiggins was tremendous, and to me what's significant about that is he was tremendous in back-to-back games. What's the significance of Andrew Wiggins playing well in consecutive games?
Yeah, I think, just talking to some of the players in the locker room, having, seen what he did at West Virginia and then come out and do it again in the Big 12 tournament, I think there's a kind of a thinking that this is kind of the Andrew Wiggins that we thought we were going to see at the beginning of the year, and that he's kind of embraced being a scorer type of player. Bill Self says he doesn't really have a scorer's mentality. Sometimes he defers, sometimes he doesn't plug himself into the offense like he can. The fact that he's done it in back-to-back games, and now, on the Big 12 tournament stage against Oklahoma State with Joel Embiid out, I think it's a good thing for Kansas.
Kansas had a lead for the second time. They played Oklahoma State this year. Kansas had a lead in the second half and lost it. Oklahoma State actually took the lead late in the game today. Is there a concern about that? Maybe it speaks to KU's ball handling and just managing a game.
Yeah, you almost, if you look back at the game against Oklahoma State at Allen Fieldhouse, they almost gave that game away in the final minutes too. I think it does. You look at some of the turnovers they had in the second half. Andrew Wiggins actually had a few of them, and then Tharp kind of giving a few possessions away. I think it is a little bit of a concern, but that's something Oklahoma State can do to teams. They can force turnovers, and they do that a lot. So, looking forward, I definitely have to wonder. Giving up an 8-point lead in the final 7 minutes of regulation is not a good thing, but they were able to get the win.
Right, and in the immediate future, of course, Iowa State. KU swept the season series. Same kind of game do you think we're going to see? High scoring, good offensive game?
Yeah, I'm interested to see what Kansas looks like against Iowa State without Joel Embiid. In the game in Ames, he was the difference maker. He was the factor in the win. They're going to have to play a little bit smaller. You saw them go to a 4-guard line for the second half for a little bit when they got into foul trouble. It'll be more of a small, fast-paced game, and I think Iowa State will match up with Kansas a little bit better without Joel Embiid.
Games at 6 o'clock at Sprint Center. He's Rustin, I'm Blair. Follow coverage of the Big 12 tournament in the Kansas City Star and online, KansasCity.com.